Good evening. I'm Congresswoman Jackie Speier, and I wish I could be there in person to participate in tonight's Social Justice Speaker Series. As a Hastings alum myself, I am pleased that the innovative collaboration between UC Santa Cruz and UC Hastings has brought together so many of you, future leaders. You are about to hear how each of you can have an impact on ending the epidemic of military sexual assault. From tonight's distinguished speaker, Dean Elizabeth Hillman. Dean Hillman is a leading legal mind in military justice. Her work and insights have been invaluable in shaping the debate for reforming the military justice system and moving it into the 21st century. Dean Hillman continues to give those of us in Congress working to reform the military justice system the ammunition we need to move the debate forward and debunk the arguments that commanders with no legal training should be making legal decisions. Dean Hillman shares my mission to implement fundamental reforms to bring an antiquated and inherently unfair military justice system in line with civilian courts. For many years now, I've shared dozens of stories on the floor of the House of Representatives about rape and sexual assault survivors in the military who have faced an unfair system where they are often treated as the criminal, with the perpetrators facing little consequences for their horrendous crimes. The military's own numbers expose the appalling failure of its approach to allow sexual assault cases to be handled within the chain of command. The DoD's most recent estimate indicates that in 2012, more than 26,000 service members were sexually assaulted. And last year, of the 5,000 reports of sexual assault, 1,293 were restricted, meaning no investigation was prompted, and no perpetrator identified or punished. Of the 5,000 reports, only 838 cases ever went to trial, and 370 were convicted. And of those, only 274 perpetrators spent any time in jail. It's no mystery why the reporting rate is so low. The message is clear. If you report a sexual assault, chances are that you will be punished and ostracized rather than your perpetrator brought to justice. Your actions will almost guarantee the end of your military career. Countless scandals, media attention, and the documentary Invisible War, however, have brought the attention of the public to this issue. It is becoming more and more difficult for the military and Congress to repackage more of the same policies to address this problem and call them real reforms. The majority of Americans agree that sexual assault cases should be taken out of the chain of command. Military brass aren't going to implement these policies to fix this problem. Congress and advocates like you here tonight need to change the system for them. In 2013, the Response System to Adult Sexual Assault Crimes panel was mandated by Congress and called for by the Secretary of Defense. It created a subcommittee to study the epidemic of military sexual assault, but unfortunately its findings were to stick with the status quo and continue to let commanders decide whether reports will be pursued. In the 9-person panel's report, the majority agreed that there was not enough evidence to support a conclusion that removing the cases out of the chain of command would either reduce the incidence or increase the reporting of sexual assault in the military. But Dean Hillman was one of the 2 dissenting voices on the panel. Her courageous decision to write a dissenting opinion that commanders with no legal expertise are neither essential nor well suited for their current role in the legal process of criminal prosecution must change. And I emphatically concur. I'm honored to introduce to you Dean Elizabeth Hillman from UC Hastings College of the Law. Dean Hillman embodies what true leadership is about. She's not guided by what is expedient, popular, or easy, but what is right. Her articulate and passionate leadership on ridding the military of sexual assault has truly moved the ball forward. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a great evening.